into this sacred space. We invite all that is of love and light, all that is for our highest good and our highest purpose. We invoke that which is of God, love, light, power, prosperity, joy, and moving our feet as well.
What comes from the heart reaches the heart. Good morning and welcome to our Heartstream for this first Sunday in the year 2023. Yes, that's right, January the 1st. Welcome to our Heartstream. Thank you for all that you've done for the year 2022. And now we're in a brand new year, brand new opportunities, days full of promise, potential, possibility, and opportunity. And it's always, always, always great to have each and every one of you here. I would like to say again, thank you for all of your support. Ask that you would continue your support and we move forward into this brand new year, this brand new baby year, to see what it holds for us. We know there have been people that have been a part of our journey last year that are not with us now, but we know they are part of the ancestors and they are cheering us on, and they are part of that great cloud of witnesses that is looking to us to continue their legacy. And we know that this year there is so much that is in store for us, and we look to this year with hope and anticipation and expectation. I'd like to take a moment that in the past, when we've had our New Year's Eve celebrations, we've had this. I always like to start out with it. It is, if you think about in the more traditional church, we would call it a responsive reading, but it's something that I like, and I'm going to do it this morning, and I'm going to do both parts. I'm going to do what the person who would be leading this response would do, and then I'm going to also do the part for others. Today, I released old concepts of who I am. I open to see myself through the lens of the infinite. 1. Limitless possibility lies before me. I allow myself to be drawn forth by a greater vision for my life. The 1. Today, I make a conscious decision to trust God. No matter what my outward circumstances or conditions, I trust in God completely and watch how everything works for my highest good. The 1. I know that good is happening and expands to encompass more of life. And altogether we would say, I am divinely free in 2023. And yes, we are. We're divinely free in 2023. May this be the best year yet for each and every one of you. May you have this wonderful, grand opportunity to experience all in life. This is your best yet. I greet you. I bless you. I see God in you.
Our affirmation for the month of January: divinely free. I am divinely free in 2023. And so it is.
There will be mountains that I will have to climb, and there will be battles that I will have to fight. But victory or defeat, it's up to me to decide. But how can I expect to win if I never try? I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe I've come this far to be defeated. Never said there wouldn't be trials. Never said I wouldn't fall. Never said that everything would go the way I want it to go. But when my back's against the wall and I feel all hope is gone, I lift my head up to the sky and say, help me to be strong. I just can't come this far to be defeated. I know that I can't see the road that's led before me, but I can't let doubt defeat me, because I know that you are with me. So I just can't give up now. I can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe I've come this far to be defeated. I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy, and I don't believe I've come this far to be defeated. I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. I've come too far. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe I've come this far. 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 I don't believe I've come this far to be defeated.
All right. Y'all sound professional. All right. All right.
Hey, here come the announcements. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. Hear these words from the Daily Inspiration for Better Living. Today is a new day and the start of a new calendar year with an opportunity to begin again. Give yourself permission to begin with a clean slate. Yesterday is gone, and tomorrow will take care of itself if you fully invest in the real you today. Decide on the highest vision for yourself and your life with no limitations. Let your mind see as far as you can. Let your heart feel as big as your dreams. Then, in quiet confidence, write your intentions in the present tense and commit to reviewing them daily, giving thanks for each step taken towards achieving your goals. Again, each and every one of you, Open Heart family, Happy New Year.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Just have a happy day. Today is a day like no other day. Just think and you'll know that it's true. Days like today should be holidays. So I'm singing this message to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Just have a happy day.
Our daily affirmative prayer call takes place each and every morning at 8 a.m. Central Time. Dial in as one of our prayer team members shares an inspirational reading and then prays for you, all in about 7 minutes. At Open Heart, We believe in the power of affirmative prayer. We don't beg or plead God to do anything, but we set our intention and recognize God expressing itself in, through, and as each and every person. As such, all of these individuals and families that are represented here, we see them healed, we see them comforted, we see them strengthened, we see them encouraged, we see whatever it is that they have a need for and a desire for, and we hold the space for them, knowing it's already done in the mind of God. And so it is. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am richly blessed, creating a greater and greater and greater flow. We have ways in which you can give and support Open Heart through Cash App. Our cash tag is OHSC901. You can go online to our website, OHSC901.com. Click on the word give and contribute there. Or you can text the word give to 615-422-4292. Infinite prosperity is mine to share. I am blessed. Thank you for your gifts. Thank you to all of you who have signed up to support us through Amazon Smile. If you haven't done so, you can do so today.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world? There's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with your imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world? There's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with your imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be.
Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from at the center of me.
I welcome you to the centering moment. Let us take a breath in and out. And step into the flow of this moment, of this space, as we enter this new year of opportunity, possibilities, miracles, and so much more. Let us choose to everyday center and step into the flow. And remember that serenity is always our choice. This is a reading from the Daily Word. Peace and calm are mine as I take a serenity pause. Serenity is the perfect counterpart to activity, essential to the ebb and flow of life. I find time to pause, even briefly, to regain my balance by immersing myself fully in the presence of the divine. I remember Master Teacher Jesus went to the mountain to pray. I take my cue from this story and step away from my activities, however briefly, and practice the presence of the divine. Uttering simple prayers, I am grateful, or I breathe a breath of life, or I am at peace in the presence of God, leads me back to serenity. These prayerful pauses keep me calm and focused, able to move forward with greater energy and peace. I give thanks for the blessings and for experiencing the peace of knowing I can always find serenity in the presence of God. In this centering moment, in the flow of all that is, join me in taking a serenity pause. Let us breathe in and out. And so it is.
Happy New Year. Happy New You. About that last part, I've seen it a few times on social media. In fact, I was surprised by one person I saw repeating it. But there are people who are actually shaming other people for saying Happy New Year, Happy New You, saying I don't want to hear that Happy New You stuff. And I was surprised by hearing that. And I also know that there are other people who joke about, but also shame other people about how crowded the gyms are going to be or how workout classes are going to be in January, and the fact that people are trying to make a new start and do things with their lives and all of that. And yet there are people out there that are shaming people out there that are making fun or whatever else. But I just want to say that for anybody out there who is making a change, who is looking to do something, looking to improve their lives, looking to do something better or whatever, you will never hear me saying those things. You will never see me having that kind of attitude. As a matter of fact, I'm here to encourage you. I'm that guy. I'm that Mr. Each day is full of promise, potential, possibility, and opportunity guy. I am here for you. And I want to say to you that that is the case. Now recognize that for people, understanding that the new year is just a catalyst. It's just a catalyst. As a matter of fact, it's done according to the Gregorian calendar. But if we think about it for a moment, there are actually over 40 calendars in use in the world today. The Gregorian calendar is the most common, but there are 40 calendars in all. And they fall within about 4 categories: solar calendars, lunar calendars, solar lunar calendars, and seasonal calendars. So for some people, this is the new year. For other cultures, this may not necessarily be the new year. But ultimately, it's not that important from the sense of whatever calendar a person follows or whatever else, but the fact of making a new start, a fact of the matter of making a new chance and doing things and finding ways to improve life, finding ways to do things better. That's what's important for me. That's what this is all about. And so for those people who find themselves doing that and saying Happy New Year, Happy You, Happy New You, Happy New Year, Happy New You to you too. If you get in the gym, if you go for a walk, if you decide that you're going to go on a diet, if you decide you're going to stop doing certain things or whatever else, I'm all here for you. I congratulate you. The rest of you, the question I have is, what are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? this is our time. This is an opportunity. 2023 provides us with another chance. But what are you waiting on? And when I say that, I think about this story that is found in the Gospel of John about a man who had been ill for 38 years. And he had been lying by the pool of Bethsaida, because the legend was that whenever an angel would come down and stir up the pool, that the first person who was placed in the pool after the angel stirred the pool up would be healed. And so for 38 years, this man laid there by the pool. He had to rely on other people to put him in the pool. But every time he saw that the water had been stirred by the angel and he got the people ready to put him in, somebody beat him to it. And so for 38 years, he was there. 38 years. And then in this moment, the master teacher, Jesus, walks up to him. He sees him lying there, and he asks him the question, do you want to be made well? In other words, what are you waiting on? Do you want to be made well? Now, think about it for a moment. That's a strange question for somebody who's been waiting for 38 years to be in the pool first after the angel has stirred it. 38 years. 38 years, that's 456 months. 38 years, that's 1,976 weeks. 38 years, that's 13,870 days. 38 years, that's 332,880 hours. 38 years, that's 19,972,800 minutes. 38 years, that's 1,198,368 seconds. 38 years of looking for someone to get him, to carry him into the pool after the angels stirred. 38 years of waiting, 38 years of hoping, 38 years of not being able to do much else, 38 years of not being able to walk, 38 years of not being able to dance, 38 years of not being able to spend time with family, whatever else, 38 years. And yet Jesus asked him the question, do you want to be made well? And I recognize the motive behind his question, because for some people, there's an investment in not being well. There's an investment in not being well. As a matter of fact, I think about the blues song that goes, I've been down so long that getting up ain't even crossed my mind. Sometimes people can find themselves stuck in their excuses, stuck in their situation, stuck in what is holding them down, keeping them back, and have no motive, no incentive to do anything else. And I know in this case that the man wanted to do something better, but there's some people, which is why I think Jesus asked the question, do you want to get well? Do you want to be made well? There's some people who get stuck in their circumstances. Some people who will argue for their limitations. And I see that over and over and over again. When you talk about people, to talk to people about the potential that they have for making a change in their lives, for making a difference in their lives, they will argue you down all day, arguing for their limitations. And I know that, I see that. And I'm hoping that you, if you find yourself in this situation, hear this message and understand that this is an opportunity to do something different. This is an opportunity to do something great. I know also that probably this man had frustration at seeing other people get there first, because it says that every time he got somebody to put him into the pool, somebody had already gotten there first and they had been healed. And I know it can be frustrating that in life, that as we have our goals, as we have our intentions, as we have the things that we wish to do, and we see other people accomplishing things, we see things happening for other people, it can be frustrating for us. But the thing we have to learn is to celebrate the victories, celebrate the accomplishments, celebrate what is happening for other people, rather than getting frustrated, rather than getting angry, rather than resenting other people. We can see that as a sign for us that something is about to head our way too. I think about a minister that I just heard just very recently talk about how he had his teenage son who was very, very interested in playing basketball. And he went and watched his son play basketball, and his son went to a private school. He was in a league there, and his son did pretty well. But he thought about the fact that if his son really wanted to improve his game and really wanted to be in the kind of be the caliber player that he hoped to be, that he needed some more work. So he decided that he would get him to a place where he really learned how to play some basketball. So he told his wife, I'm going to take him down to my old neighborhood in the hood. And his wife said, you sure you want to do that? Yeah, I need to take him down there so that he can really get among some people who can really play basketball and learn some things. And so one Saturday, he says he got his son, he took him in the car, they drove over to the basketball court where he used to play, the father used to play. He told him, now I'll be back in an hour or so. You get out there, get yourself in the game and all of that. And he drove off, and he knew his son would be okay, but he was just interested to see what the results would be. And he said when he got back, he noticed his son was still sitting on the sidelines watching the game. And he said, well, did you learn anything? He said, yeah, there have been some really good games. There have been some people who have done some great things. He said, well, have you played in it? He said, no, nobody's chosen me. And the father said, he looked at his son, he said, son, in this case, that's not how you get in the game. Nobody's going to cover and choose you. You've got to stand there, and as you see the game, you've got to holler out next. And a lot of us know that, but next, that it's now your time to play. And I'm saying that as you see things happening for other people, as you see other people making their accomplishments, as you see things coming to other people, you can say to the universe, next, because it's your time. It's your opportunity. 2023 is for you. Next. Holla, I got next. And I want to understand also as we move further along in this story is that the man after the master teacher, Jesus, asked him the question, do you want to be made well? And before he could get back into his excuses and everything else, the master teacher, Jesus, said to him, take up your bed and walk. He told him to rise. And as he did so, he got up and he began walking. He got up. And after that 38-year period, all of that waiting was gone. All of that was gone because now he had the opportunity to do what it was that he wished to do because the Christ consciousness, the fact of the matter is that he was looking outside of himself to bring about his results. Being dipped in the pool wasn't necessary anymore because Jesus awakened in him the ability that was within, the Christ consciousness. And that's why it's important when we talk about it in this teaching that principle is not bound by precedent. What might have happened in the past doesn't have a bearing on the now, on the present situation. Yes, it had been 38 long years, but in that moment when Jesus awakened him to the power and the possibility that was within him, all that other 38 years didn't matter. It's just like you can have a room that is dark. Doesn't matter how dark the room has been. Don't matter how long that it has been. Then when you walk into that room and you turn a light switch on, suddenly that room becomes lit up because in that moment, that is what matters. It is in that moment. And so it was in that moment that he became aware of the ability that was within him because Jesus, being aware of his Christ consciousness, was able to touch other people. He was able to provide for other people the opportunity to know the power that was within. So it's important that we understand that in this time, that in this year, we have this opportunity to awaken ourselves to the ability that is within, awaken ourselves to the dreams that are there, awaken ourselves to our hopes and aspirations that are there. This is your time. This is the awareness that I want you to have, that that which is within you, that power that is within you is all that you need. When we hear this, when we understand what Ernest Holmes said that there is a power in the universe that is greater than you and you can use it, the opportunity is there. It's a wonderful opportunity for each and every one of us. And when we find that we move past the waiting period and we get into that moment where we rise up, where we awaken that ability within us, things begin to happen. I think about the story, and this will tell you how long ago it was, because you have to go all the way back to the 1800s. Because I know that today we have our cell phones and we have email and we have other ways of communicating. But back in the 1800s, there was no such thing as a smartphone, a cell phone. They're not always so smart, but there was no such thing as that. And the way that people communicated over long distances was by teletype machines. And some of you may remember those teletype machines where that you would use them to tap with your finger, and they would use Morse code in order to transmit messages all over. And there was a young man who had graduated from school, and he was looking for his first job, and he was proud of himself because he had learned Morse code. And in those days, the railroads used Morse code to communicate between themselves and to communicate about the train traffic and everything else. And he saw that there was a job for a person who knew Morse code to operate a teletype machine. And excitedly, he got up that morning. He had told his parents about it. They wished him well. He made his way down to the office, the railroad office, where he was to have, they were interviewing people for that particular job. He walked in all excited, all elated. This is my job. This is my opportunity. I have what it takes. I know Morse code. I'm ready for this. I will have my first job. And he walks in, and to his disappointment, he looked, and the office was full of other people who were also there applying for the same job. And at one point, he started to doubt himself. Well, I don't know if I'm going to get the job, if I'm the one. But then he stopped for a moment, and he got still. He sat there for a while. And then all of a sudden, he got up. He walked over to the door to the office where the man who was going to do the interviewing was sitting. He opened the door. He walked in. And a couple of minutes later, he walked out with the manager, who thanked all the other people for coming, thanked them for being there, but he had found the person for the job. And it was that young man, put his hand on his shoulder and told him congratulations. All the other people, as you can imagine in the room, were outraged because they had been sitting there longer than he had. They'd been waiting longer than he had, and he had gotten the job and they hadn't. And they asked him, how can you give him the job when we've been sitting here all this morning? And the man said, well, the job was for Morse code, right? They said, yes. He said, well, this morning I've been sitting at my desk and I've been tapping on my desk. I've been tapping out a message that says that if you get this message, come, get up, open the door, walk in, and the job is yours. And the only one who heard it, the only one who responded to it was this young man. The universe is tapping now. The universe is saying that this is your time. The universe is saying in this moment, if you get up out of whatever situation or circumstances that doesn't serve you anymore, if you rise from those things that are holding you back, if you get up from those things that are limiting you, if you move beyond your thinking of lack and limitation, if you move out of the resentment and kinds of things that you might have, if you move away from those relationships that no longer serve you, if you just get up, it's tapping and it's saying that all you've got to do is to be ready. And when you are ready, the universe moves with you. It's conspiring on your behalf. It's working for you. It is doing the things. It is just ready, willing, and waiting for you. What are you waiting on? Because this is your time. This is your situation. I want you to understand you are more than your status or your situation. You are more than your current job or relationship, health status or qualifications. All of that may change, but the real you will never change. It is infinite. It is the Christ consciousness in you. And as you begin 2023, acknowledge it, learn about it, rely on it as the surest, safest, most harmonious path to the good you desire. You deserve it. And yes, you can have it. Happy New Year. And yes, Happy New You. And so it is.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know that the grace of God was sufficient, and I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling to make it through another day, got to let it go. Let it all go.
What you got? Come on, what you got to say?
And this is what you have to say.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide, 'cause I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit.
just